we were discussing about measures of dispersion, the various types, under which we started with quartile deviation. Okay, quartile deviation. In the previous videos, we have discussed about how to find the quartile deviation for a discrete distribution, for a frequency distribution where it is grouped and where it is ungrouped. We gave the formula. Okay, that is the techniques, the steps that are involved, out of which we did numericals based on discrete distribution and numericals based on distribution, a frequency distribution where it was ungrouped. Today we will discuss how to find quartile deviation for a grouped frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution means when the class intervals are given along with the frequencies. Okay, I hope you remember the steps. Let's recapitulate quickly. What was the first step that we are supposed to do? We are supposed to find the class in which the quartile belongs. That is the first step. Okay, quartile lies. The location of the quartile class in which the quartile lies, that is what we have to find. In other words, the class containing Q1, which is also termed as Q1 class, will be given by class at n by 4th position. Okay, and the Q3 class will be given by class at 3n by 4th position. Look at the notes that you have written, if at all you have written, from the previous video and refer to it. Okay, so this is the class corresponding class interval you will get, and that will be the interval containing the Q3, and from here you will get a class interval that will be the interval containing Q1, and as such then we will apply the formula. Step 2 will be the corresponding quartile Qi, suppose, will be obtained from the formula L plus In by 4 minus CFB by FQ into H. Okay, so what is Qi? If I want to find Q1, then here it is 1, so it will be L plus n by 4 minus CFB, suffix is FB, by F suffix Q into H. If I want to find Q2 is what? Median. Yes, 50% of the distribution. Q2 will be given by putting, in place of I, you will put 2, so it is L plus 2n by 4, that means n by 2 minus CFB by FQ into H. It is not F into Q, mind you, I hope you remember. It's F suffix Q, just a symbol. And Q3 will be L plus, this is going to become, from this original formula, it's going to become 3n by 4 minus cumulative frequency before by FQ into H. What are the symbols symbolizing? H stands for length of the class intervals. I think I had written it earlier, where L stands for the lower limit of the quartile class that you are obtaining. N, you know, is summation F. What else do I have? C suffix FB stands for cumulative frequency before the quartile class. And what else is there? FQ is there. FQ, F suffix Q, means frequency of quartile class, and here H will mean length of each class interval. Okay, so this is what we have discussed already. We needn't do any applications on this. So now we will do some applications on this formula. The first example for a grouped frequency distribution where you are asked to find the quartile deviation. Ci is given and frequency is given. Okay, Ci, the intervals are 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Can you see? Yes, you can see. 60 to 70 and 70 to 80. Okay, it is still 80. So intervals are 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. Corresponding frequencies are 12, 19, 5, 10, 9, 6, 6. Okay, these are the frequencies given. So look at the formula that you have written. It is, you will find out quartile deviation. Okay, find the QD. Find the QD for the following distribution. I am writing in short, FOLL for following and dist for distribution. So if you look at the formula, what do we have over there? We have L, we have lower limit of quartile class. We have to find out the quartile class at n by 4th. So n, and there is something called CFB. CFB means cumulative frequency before. So we will need a cumulative frequency over there. So as usual, as we have been doing already, we will draw the cumulative frequency table. Cumulative frequency. So it's 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. I hope you can see. Yes. 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. Frequencies I will be writing vertically: 12, 19, 5, 10, 9, 6, 6. Values are 12. 12 plus 19 we will do now. 12 plus 19 is how much? 31. Okay. 31 plus 5, that makes 36. Make sure you write it in the same line. Okay. 36 plus 10, that gives you 46. 46 plus 9, that gives you 55. 55 plus 6, that gives you 61. 61 plus 6 gives you 67. So this is your n. You can check and see that n, which is summation f, is 67 or not. It has to be 67. Okay. So the first we are calculating for Q1. Make this narrower for Q1. Okay. First we need the class. Q1 class, part 1. Q1 class is equal to, how far can you see? You can see that side also. So it is class at n by 4th position, and that is equal to class at 67 by 4th position. 67 by 4 stands for how much? 16.75. So it is class at 16.75th position. That means class at somewhere in between 16th and 17th position. So till 12th position is 10 to 20. From 13th to 31st position is 20 to 30. So therefore the class over there will be 20 to 30. So class at 16.5th position is 20 to 30. Now the formula. Q1 is equal to value at, we are doing a grouped interval, so we will use the formula. Q1 is equal to L plus N by 4 minus CFP by FQ into H. This is the formula. What is L? From here, L is the lower limit of the quartile class. So L over here is 20 plus. Now I am underlining means you should also underline and highlight. That will be easier for you to refer to when you are going to do other problems. N by 4 we have already calculated, 67 by 4, it is 16.75 minus CFB. CFB is cumulative frequency before the quartile class. This is the quartile class. This is the cumulative frequency before the quartile class. So this is your CFB. And frequency of the quartile class is here. Okay. So this is what we have. I have circled. You also better circle so that you don't make any careless mistakes. You can use pencil or maybe some other color pen. So it's coming to CFB is your 12 and FQ is 19. Length of the class intervals, what is the difference between the thing? It is 10, isn't it? 10 to 20, 20 to 30 like that. So this is 10. And then follows your calculation. How much is it coming to? You can check with your calculator. I'm writing the answer. Answer will be 22.5. Okay. Next will be Q3 because QB is what? Q3 minus Q1 by 2. So next we will find out Q3 class. So this will change now. This is your Q3 class, part 2 I'm doing. So it's class at 3n by 4th position. So therefore it's class at 67 by 4 into 3, it's becoming untidy, 67 into 3 by 4 at position. That means it is 16.75 into 3. How much is it? 16.75 into 3. It is 50.25. 50.25th position. That means beyond 50th position. So beyond 50th position, what do we have? Let us see that from the table. Okay. Till here, till 46th position, you have this interval. After that comes your 50th, 47th, 48th, 49th, 50, up to 55th position. So therefore, the interval will be 50 to 60. So this was what? 16.75th position. And this is your, what did we get? 50.25th position. Exam time, you don't have to write so much. You just have to identify the positions and the intervals. But since this is your first sum and you will refer to it for doing the other sums also, so it's better you write it now. So what is the class interval therefore? It is becoming 50 to 60. So this is the class containing Q3. So what is the lower limit of this quartile class? L is equal to, therefore, L is equal to 50. 8 is still the same. CFB. CFB is cumulative frequency before the quartile class. So in this case now, this will be the cumulative frequency before the quartile class, and this will be the, I'll write here FQ and I will write CFB. This will be the frequency of the quartile class. So substituting these values, what do we get? You will see that. So formula will change over here. This is going to become Q3. It is L plus 3n by 4 minus CFB by FQ into H. So it's going to change to 50 over here. Here it will change. What is 3n by 4 value? This one, that is 50.25 minus cumulative frequency before is your 46. Frequency over here is your 9. The rest remains as it is. So what is the value that you will get? Probably This will give you, I think, 4.72 if I am not wrong. So this is 50 plus 4.72, so that you will get 54.72. Okay, so this is your Q3. So what is the quartile deviation therefore? QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2, if you remember. So it is 54.72 minus, how much did we get? We got 20 something, 22 I think, 22.5 if I'm not wrong, 22.5 by 2. 54.72 minus 22.5 divided by 2. So that gives your answer as 16.11. This is the final answer for quartile deviation. Okay, so this is how we calculate quartile deviation for a grouped frequency distribution. Let us do another one now. Okay, find the quartile deviation for the distribution. This is the next question now under the same category, where mass of certain number of people are given. Okay, the mass obviously is in kgs. 50 to 58 if it is. I'll write kgs over here, I did not write. Then it is 59 to 67 intervals, 68 to 76, then it's 77 to 85, then it's 86 to 94, and finally it is 95 to 103. Okay. Frequencies are also given as 15, 15, 23, 29 and 8. You are asked to find the quartile deviation as usual. Now I hope you have noticed something. Here the class intervals are not continuous. So first of all, we make the class intervals continuous. We will calculate the cumulative frequencies as it is. We call it actual, can you see? Yes, actual class limits. What are the actual class limits? It is 0.5 less this side, 0.5 more that side. So it's somewhere right here, 49.5 to 58.5, 58.5 to 67.5, 67.5 to 76.5, 76.5 to 85.5, 85.5 to 94.5, 94.5 to 103.5. So we have made it continuous now. So let us write down what the cumulative frequencies are. Okay, first the frequencies. Frequencies are 15 over here, 15, 23, 29, 8. Next comes your cumulative frequencies. This will be 15, 15 plus 15, that makes 30, 30 plus 23 makes 53, 53 plus 20 makes 73, 73 plus 9 makes 82, 82 plus 8 makes 90. This is your n. Check and see that summation f is also 90. You can add and see. Okay, so let us calculate, do the calculation part now. The first sub part, class for Q1 or Q1 class, whatever. Okay, sub part 1 is the class for Q1. How will we calculate? It is the class at n by 4th position. So it is the class at 90 by 4th position, right? And therefore it is the class at 22.5th position. Can you see? you cannot see. Class at 22.5th position. What is the class at 22.5th position? Let us see. That means beyond 22th position, whatever is there. Okay. So this is 15 and 30 over here. That means 22 will be in between over here. So it's 22.5th position. The class interval will be this one. So therefore, the class interval over here is 58.5 to 67.5. So that means this value is your L. First, let us find the formula now. Q1 is equal to L plus N by 4 minus CFB by FQ into H. Okay, what are the values over here? L over here is the lower limit of the quartile class, that is 58.5. I hope you can see. Yes, you can see. And then H is the length of the class intervals. What is the length of the class intervals? The difference between this and this, or this and this, it will be the same throughout. How much is it? Difference in the class intervals is 9 units, isn't it? So H over here is 9. And what else do we need? CFB we will see from here. This is your cumulative frequency before CFB, and this is the frequency of the quartile class for this particular case. So let us substitute those values. So this is equal to 58.5 plus N by 4, how much did we get? 22.5, so it's 22.5 minus CFB is your 15 by FQ. FQ is 15 again, and H we have found it as 9. So let us do the calculation part. So this is coming to 58.5, and this I think will be, just check, 4.5, so that your answer will be 63 kgs. Okay, so Q1 is 63 kgs. Now let us do Q3. Subpart 2, let us put class for Q3. Class for Q3 will be the class at 3n by 4th position. 3n by 4th position means 90 into 3, or you can do 3 into 22.5th position. That means how much will it give you? 3 into 22.5, I think it will give you 67.5th position. 67.5th position, that means it is, where is it? 67.5th, where's somewhere here. It's beyond 53, but it's above 73, so it's somewhere here. So this is your class 60, how much? 7.5th position. So the class interval will now become 76.5 to 85.5. Formula, what will be the change? Here it will become Q3. It is L plus, this is going to become 3n by 4, the rest of it as it is. L over H will be the same, L will change. L over here is 76.5, and H is still the same, it is 9. So this part will change to how much? 76.5 plus. Now for this particular case, what is CFB and what is FQ? This is your CFB now, and this is your FQ or Q3. So this will change and it will become 3n by 4. We got it as 67.5 minus CFB is your 53 by FQ. FQ is your 20. FQ is 20, CFB is 53. So this gives us 76.5 plus. How much is this? I have it already. 6.525. Calculation you can do easily. So this is coming to, okay, this was Q1 63. So now this is coming to 83.025 kgs. So this is your Q3. Hence calculate QD. What is QD? QD is therefore, I'll write it below. Hence QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Okay. So Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 is right in front of me, 83.025. Q1 I had obtained as 63 as far as I can remember. So this is what I have. And the value is, final value, it is, where will I write? I will write it here. It is 10.012 kgs. This is your answer. Okay, because this is coming to 20.025 by 2. 20.025 by 2. So therefore it is 10.012 kgs. What if you are asked coefficient of quartile deviation? I hope you remember the calculation. Coefficient of quartile deviation, to calculate, what will you do? Q3 minus Q1 by Q3 plus Q1. So I'll add that. Coefficient of quartile deviation is equal to Q3 minus Q1 by Q3 plus Q1, and that is equal to Q3 minus Q1 means 83.025 minus 63, and denominator is 83.025 plus 63. So that gives you how much? Numerator is 20.025, which we have utilized already. And can you see? Yes, you can see. And coefficient of quartile deviation. And the denominator is 146.025. 146.025. So this comes to 0.137 as coefficient of quartile deviation. This will not have any unit. Be very careful about that, because it is a ratio of two values which are in the same unit. Okay, so this is about quartile deviation. You need to know the formula, and you have to be careful when you're putting the values of CFB, FQ, length of class interval and all that, and the rest you have your calculators, you can use that if you're allowed to use it. Okay, so that was about quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation.